What is going on, my Ghost Squad? Welcome to Tactical Tuesday. Today is September 12th, 2017. And I just want to welcome everybody. If you're here on the YouTube side, please go ahead and check in, say what's up. We can't see you unless you say something. On the Gun Channel side, we've got Smeggy's over there. Moon Food 78, Clayton, Dr. No, The Pants, Clover, and Chris. And Smeggy's already talking smack. He wants an invite. Hell, why not? I'll get you an invite, Smeg. Hold on.
No, don't do it. No.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep, there goes the whole show right there.
There goes the neighborhood. There you go, Smeg. Jump in if you'd like. I don't want you to feel left out. What's up going on, guys? This week is going to be a fun week. We've got some stuff going on, and we've got a special guest that's going to be joining us this week, and it's going to be some cool stuff. Like I said on the YouTube side, go ahead and please check in, say, hey, what's up? Hemi, you're always here. What's going on, my brother? But like I said on the YouTube side, if you're there, go ahead and say what's up. We can't really see you. On the Gun Channel side, we can see you. And if you don't want to be seen, then it is what it is. So before we get going, guys, I'm going to introduce the panel for tonight's show. Is an illustrious panel. Some of these are the most wanted in America. So it's all good. So we're going to start out with Too Hottie. What's up, my man? Too Hottie is up in Washington State.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Next up on the panel, out of the great state of Georgia, which will soon be South Carolina in a couple of days, the Outlaw Hatfield. What's up, Outlaw?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Out of parts unknown, the Snowman himself. I think he's up in Michigan, but the Snowman, Smeggy, what's up?
And not a whole lot. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah. I know you're feeling left out over there. And out of my great state, I'm from Texas, but I live in Arkansas. And from Arkansas is Foose. What's going on, Foose?
Not much. If you hear clicking from me, I'm going to be dry firing during this. So I'll be listening.
Multitasking. Yeah. I'll make sure I yell at you if I need you to comment.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Dr. No, what's going on, my man?
Nada, sir. Thanks for having me.
Welcome. And another one out of Texas is Clover Tack. What's going on, Clover?
Thanks, Ghost. Good to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you. I didn't know if you can be in meetings tonight or not.
Got out early.
That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Well, guys, we have a special guest that's joined us tonight, and it's I was looking for a new holster a few days ago for my EDC, and I started kind of doing searches and all that, and I came across a company, and I'm a little surprised I haven't heard of them before, but they've got some really cool stuff. It's Klinger holsters. Ironically, I found out that they're right here in the natural state of Arkansas, in Van Buren, Arkansas. So we've got the CEO of Klinger Holsters, Chris. What's going on? Tell us a little about Klinger, and I will put some links on the YouTube and on the Gun Channel side. But go ahead and tell us a little about Klinger Holsters, man.
Okay, am I coming through loud and clear?
Absolutely, you're good.
Okay, well, we have a focus on concealed carry. We might move into some OWB next year, but for now we've really focused on absolute concealment. So we really want people to have that security, that peace of mind when they're walking through Walmart, that no one's gonna look at their back and see a gun sticking through, So we really try to focus on how can we design our holster to really get that gun grip holding close to our side, and at the same time we want a small footprint. This is one thing that kind of sticks out. Sometimes you see these big holsters, and it doesn't make sense to me. Never did. People buy Smith & Wesson Shields, the XDS, the PPS. They buy single stack 9s to concealed carry, more likely than not. And they'll take this small gun and they'll buy a humongous holster for it. And it always kind of baffled me. But I've been concealed carrying for going on 15 years. and I was always tinkering with my holsters to get better concealment. I was able to wear it at work as long as I wasn't showing, as long as nobody could see it. If anyone saw it, it was bad. So that was always my concern, and I just always kind of conveyed my needs over to, well, that must be what other people need. And talked with most of my friends concealed carry, and they were saying the same thing. Yeah, you know, I have to carry a small gun because I don't want people to see it. And so we just had that focus on a small footprint, concealment, and comfort, because if it's not comfortable, you're not going to wear it. But that's been our focus.
Yeah, and I was looking at some holsters, and the one that that I kind of was looking at, and I don't know if this is the one that is their newest one or not, but it's the no printing, which I thought the actual full name is the V2 No Print Wonder holster. Is that correct?
Yes, the No Print Wonder is our original flagship.
Okay.
We've got patents pending on that one. The way it works is we have a stiff cling tab on one side of the holster and a flexible flex tab on the other side.
It's leather, I think it said.
Right. We use Latigo leather. It's very sturdy and breaks in really nice after a couple of weeks. And the way it works is as you cinch your belt in, that little leather wing, and it's a small little leather wing, it'll flex with your waist, and the other side is Kydex. So as you cinch your belt down, that Kydex wing pulls that clip in. So the grip of your weapon is brought all the way against your side, and the other side flexes with your waist. So that's really the hard part of a gun to conceal, is the grip. If you can conceal the grip, nothing else matters. The length of the barrel, anything. So the No Print Wonder holster, we named it that just because it really is great at, you know, being able to carry a small gun or a large gun without printing.
That's awesome. And I guess that you quit your former job and are doing this full time, so it must have worked out pretty well for you.
Oh yes, that's quite. It seems like a lifetime ago. It was about 3 years ago, I guess. Used to be a software developer, and you talk about a boring job. It's much better work getting to design new holsters and just having fun in the workshop all day.
Awesome. Well, I want to say hi to 04 Hemis out there on the YouTube side, and Big Racer and Grim, as always. Let's see here. I've got a couple questions already for you, Chris. So I hope you're ready to jump into the Lion's Den. And
yeah, sure.
The first question that's coming out from the YouTube side is from 04 Hemi. He watches every week, and he says, let's see, he's heard great things about Klinger holsters, but was sad to see the LCR was not an option for your Kydex. Is that something that could be coming in the future?
It will be coming in the future, as well as the J-frame and the Taurus and Charter Arms. I had to pull it. There were too many issues. We would test fit it in the shop with our our revolver. Perfect fit. Send it out to a customer, and they say, what's going on? It doesn't fit great. So we'd say, send it back. We'd look it over. Fits our gun perfectly. So what we're going to have to do is basically really narrow down what we advertise it as. We can't just say it's a J-frame. It's going to have to be 642 and 442, and the LCR, even the 38 and the 357, the cylinders are different. So we're working on a way to make a mold for each of them that will accommodate multiple revolvers, and that should be in the works within just a few months. Probably before the end of the year, we'll be able to get those added back for people.
Awesome. And I know one of our panelists here is Hadi. He's up in Washington State, and he's been looking desperately for a specific type of holster. So Hadi, go for it.
Well, I wouldn't say desperately. I'm just recently got a hold of a new light and looking for something for a Glock 19 that'll with a Inforce APLC.
Yes, you're going to be hard pressed there.
Well, okay. To be honest,
lasers and lights is well, we have a new line of holsters out that is a soft holster, the Comfort Cling, and it has some give to it. we will add different models for that in the future that will accommodate lights and lasers. Right now, we accommodate some Crimson Trace and Laser Max holsters or lasers. The problem is, I think maybe 2 other guys in the last year may have requested that combination. So for me to pull my engineer to the side and say, hey, let's do this one next, Glock 19 APL, he's going to spend 2 days doing some CAD work on that and cutting some molds out. And then a couple other guys are going to, they're going to make some molds and everything based on his work. And about a week later, we'll spit out a mold, and I've got a lot of money in it, and we're going to sell 2 holsters over the next year.
Not only that, but you're probably going to have to buy that individual light and make sure everything fits.
Right. Well, that's the least of my worries. $200 or $300 for the accessory. If I'm gonna, I pay my guys more than that. For the laser we got into the mold.
But if you're not going to sell it, then the flip side of it is it's not worth that investment.
Right. Now, when we get into OW,
so you say you think only 2 guys out there carry that light? Is that what you're saying?
Well, there's probably more demand than 2, but I'm throwing that out there. I look at all the requests that come in. Customer service, they put that into a request file, and me and the main engineer we have that does our CAD work, we'll look that over every couple of weeks to make sure we're prioritizing the right holster models that we're going to add. I don't recall seeing that a whole bunch.
Do you request at all for people that want to attach lights to their EDCs?
Yes, but
Okay.
the problem is it's always, there's 10 different major lights out there, and we support almost 500 gun models and light combos already.
Yeah.
So
Okay, and here's my question though. So you with the Glock 19, what do you guys have that will support a light, and what light are you talking? Are you talking a stream light that'll hang out an inch over my muzzle, or what are you talking?
Right now, we support the Crimson Traces. I believe it's a 736 and a 452, I believe, and we support. There's another smaller one. I can't think of the name right off my head, but we support the Crimson Traces because they sell more than anyone else. They're more common, and it's kind of odd, but we actually support an OLAT for 5 different guns, and that's because they sent me some lights, asked me to do them a favor and list these lights, and I just kind of did it as a favor to them on a few gun models. So we actually support the OLAT for the Glock 19. Now, we will support some models with the Glock 19 and 17 when we go to OWB. But here's something else to consider for me. Half of them come back. We offer a buyback guarantee. Someone sticks a holster in their pants the size of a 2x6, and then they say, "Well, this isn't comfortable. I'm gonna get my money back," and they send it back. And OWB is another story, but inside the waistband is all we make right now. And when you take a Glock 19, it's so easy to conceal. Put a light on it, and not so easy to conceal. It really takes up a lot more space in the waistband.
Go ahead. You got some?
Yeah, so I'm looking at your no print Wonder holster, and I noticed that you went with steel
Clips.
Mm-hmm. Have you thought about like going with a full O-ring, like a polymer O-ring clip type deal? So you actually have to loop your belt through it, so upon drawing, there's no chance of a holster coming out.
Yes. What's your name? Who am I talking to again?
Foose.
Foose. Okay, Foose.
Yeah.
He's up in northern Arkansas.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we have, and here's the thing about it. Okay, so we offered a holster for a little while called the Trump Tuck. We put it out there. A lot of tactical guys wanted a soft loop on a strut holster. Can't come off the belt. It's got to pull the dot snap, and it worked great for what they wanted, but it sold horribly. Return rate was super high. I guess when it boils down to it, our average customer is casual concealed carrier and not a tactical guy. And so the return rate was so high on them, and the amount of sales was so low compared to other holsters. The tactical guys, I'm sorry, I had to drop it.
No, I mean,
going well.
No, that's fine. I mean, every holster I've had, I've always put a solid loop. It's not even a one with a snap. It's just a full solid Kydex 1.5-inch loop that goes and just screws onto the holster itself. And because I'm a bigger guy and I've pulled it a couple times, and I've had these clips. I know that they weren't the same design that you have, but I've had clips come off before, and I've just always replaced them with these. But I see yours is tuckable, and
right. Are you wearing a really thick gun belt?
Yes.
Okay, that's the first thing. And we do have a polymer clip that's very popular, and it actually goes under the belt, and it's extremely stiff for a nylon clip. I haven't had any major complaints of people saying these clips are flipping. I wear one every single day, and I haven't experienced that. But everyone's different, you know. And
everybody's built differently, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Right. You're going to have 100% reliability to where I'm going to have 99.5. But you know, as a business owner, you know, I have to please the 90% of people.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I'm not dogging you or anything. I was just, you know, asking the question because I know that a lot of people do that, and you know, I've modified mine in the past, but of course, whenever I do that, no matter what, mine's no longer tuckable because it has to screw on someplace. So
right. And you know, I have access to clips like that. If you send me an email, I don't normally do this for people, but I can get you a couple out to you. You'll send us an email, CS as in customer service at klingerholsters.com.
Okay.
There you go. Well, guys,
because they just won't sell well.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to go right on. I want to say hi to and Alan. I hope you stick around because I've got something planned for you, buddy. Guy on the YouTube side who's actually kind of got a really awesome thing going on his channel, Alan B Pro. We're going to do something for you here in a little bit. At least I am. Let's see here. 04 him. Any thoughts on going to an ulti clip or having it as an option? I don't know.
Is that one for me, Trey?
Yeah, that is for you. Yeah.
Yes.
Excuse me.
I talk with Ulti Clip all the time. He's a great guy. I really want to get his products on our lineup, and I have a couple of ideas for how to incorporate it, and I want to. The problem is I've got a mile-long list of stuff that I want to do.
Yeah.
And he's definitely on there, and I'd rather get it sooner than later because he's a great guy and he's got a great product. When you run a production line, you know, anything you add in there adds complexity, cuts down our efficiency, and causes problems logistics-wise. But we do have plans, and I hope within a few more months we can get that added into our lineup.
There you go.
Great product. It really is.
Yeah. I'm going to transition real quick. We're going to come back to some CCW stuff here in a little bit, but I want to touch on a couple things that I've got going on. Today was the very first installment of Drill of the Week. And what I've done is instead of just doing my normal every week range time video, I've kind of gone a different route with this. I'm trying to get people to get out and shoot and practice. I hear all the time, man, I love to get out and practice. I don't know why I don't. Well, I'm going to try to give you an incentive to do that. And Ghost, Clover, I'll get to you here in just 1 second. Yeah, we're going to go back to Chris in a minute. But basically what this is I put a video out, and I'll put a video every Tuesday before Tactical Tuesday. And you go to my channel, check it out. It's on VidMe and on YouTube. And it's going to be called Ghost Tactical Drill of the Week. And basically what you do is I put a simple drill out there. And today's drill is very simple. And all you have to do is subscribe, like, share it, and then shoot your own video of you doing the drill. And if you can't get to a range, you don't have a range near you, you can't afford ammo, it's okay to dry fire this also. Any kind of practice is better than no practice. So if you're out there and you want to do this, then what we're going to do is every week we'll announce the previous week's winner. And you're going to get free stuff sent to you. So whether it's a hat or a shirt or some range stuff, some targets, whatever we send out, you're going to be getting something free every week. So the winner's going to get that. And all this is, guys, is get out there and shoot. Now, here's the cool thing about this. Be creative with your videos. Have fun with it. If you got your daughter, your son, or your wife out there and she holds your cell phone out in the backyard, you know, go ahead and set up a target. You don't even have to shoot live rounds, just dry fire, but work on being proficient with your weapon, work on gun safety, work on range safety, work on the draw and everything else, reloads, everything there is, because the more proficient you guys become with your firearms, if you ever have to use them in a real world situation, you're going to be a lot more prepared than if you would have said, man, I wish I would have practiced all the time, but I just never got a chance to. So maybe this is enticing you to you. If you like free gear, free stuff, go ahead and start sending me your videos. When you get done, upload your video to YouTube or to VidMe and tag it, Drill of the Week video response. All right. And then put that link in the comment box. Once you've done all that, I'll look at them, and next Tuesday we'll announce the winner and we'll send you all some free stuff. So that is my spiel so far for Drill of the Week.
That's a really cool idea. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yep.
I'm lagging a little bit,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think that's a really cool idea, because I definitely don't go out to the range as often as I'd like to.
Well, I would love to take credit for it, but it's one of our panel members is actually the one who suggested it. So no, Dr. No is the one that came up with that idea. So I'm stealing it from him, and I'm going to give him 10% of what I make off this, which is absolutely zero. But thank you very much for that idea, No, because it really is. I would love to entice people to get out and practice, whether it's live or dry fire. Get out and practice. And I know Foos is literally practicing as we speak right now. So go ahead and check it out. Check out my channel. It's under Ghost Tactical Drill of the Week.
And here's the thing too.
Check that out.
A lot of misconceptions people have. You can learn and you can practice, or you can just go burn ammo. And everybody thinks that, oh, it's like so disciplined, and there's a certain amount of discipline involved, but there's drills out there for square ranges. There's drills out there that have been modified for people that can't shoot at square ranges. There's drills we have modified for dry fire. There's drills that apply to self-defense skills. There's drills that apply to target shooting skills and fundamentals, of course. So hopefully the thing of it is to let you know the skills a specific drill is trying to get you to improve, and not just gaming the drill. It's fun to go out and set up a drill and blow through 1,000 rounds of ammo trying to shoot it perfect, but that's not necessarily the point. Sometimes you should shoot drills cold. You're the first thing you do when you get to a range, because that's how you're going to perform if you need to perform suddenly, and different things like that. So hopefully we can sort of disseminate all those things and help people, like you say, have more fun with it, get out to where they can get out more, whether it's the range or the living room, and still develop themselves if they want.
And like I said, my biggest thing with going with this is it was a heck of an idea when No, we were talking and he sent me some ideas and I thought it was awesome. But just because people don't get out and practice like they should, they really don't, and I wish they would. But maybe, like I said, maybe free stuff will entice them to do something. What's up, other Travis? I'm gonna call you Travis since P11's not around. I'm gonna call you. What's up? He's watching. He's working right now, so he's a chef and a gun nut. So he's cooking right now. So all right, so guys, here's what I'm gonna do.
Cheeseburger.
I just put cheeseburger in paradise, right?
Can I
absolutely go
can
for
I
it?
say something? Okay. When you're practicing, just don't go through the motions. Figure out what you're actually wanting to practice, whether it's transitions or point aiming or something like that. Figure out what you're trying to accomplish, and just don't go out there and, like Dr. No said, is just don't go out there and waste ammo, because you'll waste ammo. You're like, okay, what did I actually learn from this range for the 200, 300, 500 rounds that you spent, and go, well, that's not worth it because I didn't learn anything. Just don't go through the motions. Think about what you're doing. Think about what the drill is trying to teach you, or what you're trying to improve on as you do the drill, and concentrate on the drill and what it's actually trying to teach you.
That's right, exactly. And then most of these drills, guys, they're not going to be some of my crazy tactical defense. They're going to be basic marksman skill drills that are going to make you move a little bit, make you draw, make you reload. So you're basically in every drill, you know, you're going to be getting these basic skills down. And I'm not going to be grading the picture, okay? I'm not going to be grading your target, because anyone with a really crappy video editing system can make themselves look like a freaking Marine sniper. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to grade on your safety, your technique, your movements, muzzle safety, all that good stuff. But going into this, there is a guy on YouTube right now that I've been actually a subscriber for a little while now, liking this stuff. And he came out with, Clover actually sent me a link. I hadn't seen the video yet, but I checked it out this morning, and I put a link on the GunChannels and on the YouTube side. His name is Alan B. Pro. And Alan put some really, really good stuff out there. I'm plugging you, man. So but just check this out. I hope this goes a long way to me winning some stuff. But what he's doing is he is giving away, and he's got until September 30th to do a video response to the question of what was your first gun that you bought for a self-defense. That being said, I am not going to send you a produced video response. I want to do it live. I want to do my video response to Alan B. Pros live, and then I will obviously post the link to your page so make sure that all that's right. But I'm going to do it live for you, Alan. So I'm going to give you a little shout out. Go check his channel out, and he's got some really good videos out there. He's trying to get to 100 subscribers, and hey, let's push him forward. By the end of the night, I want him at least 125. So whatever he's at now, let's add another 20-25 to him, and get over to his channel, subscribe to him, and all that. So my video response, Alan B. Pro, is this. I've had many guns that had given to me earlier on in my life, but the first gun that I actually bought for self-defense was the original Smith & Wesson M&P. And I believe that you actually mentioned that because it was a collaboration with Walther, and it was a little revolver. And so it was the original Smith & Wesson M&P was the first gun that I ever bought for myself. So I want to make sure everybody goes and checks out Alan B. Pro. Please subscribe to his channel, and go ahead and he's giving away $100 worth of stuff. And go check his video out on the 100 subs. It's awesome. So he's going to have some stuff he's going to give out at the end of the month, $100 worth of stuff. So anyone that likes free stuff, man, go check this out. So Alan, I hope that got me in the front of the line, because I did it live. So good luck to you, brother. And I hope, thanks for watching, staying for stopping by, and I appreciate you, everything you're doing. Foulmouth Actual is here. What up, y'all? Jared's checked in. He said he subbed to Alan B, so that's good stuff. We do have a couple questions from a couple of our panel members, actually. So I'm going to go with Clover first, and he has something to talk to you about, Chris, about outside the waistband. So go ahead.
Yeah, when you guys start your transitioning into the OWB, what do you have in mind, if anything, as far as retention?
Well, we have a couple of different designs we're working on, and we haven't decided which one to bring first. Probably a paddle and some loops, and possibly some kind of MOLLE adapter, but not all at once, of course. And we'll just have to do some market research as to which one to bring first.
Okay, because I carry here in Texas, we can open carry. So most of my carrying is outside the waistband, and just an untucked shirt. So I mean, it's concealed, but it's depending on the situation, it might not be concealed all day. And I found with the couple of Alien Gear holsters that I have now, I just don't like the level of retention with those. I find myself wanting more. I've got a couple of really bulky outside the waistband holsters like Black Hawk and some things like that.
Right, yeah.
that have really good retention, but they're just so bulky and they just don't fit well. They're not comfortable, and
Right.
so that's
Well,
why I continue to go with those Alien gear, even though I'm not comfortable with the level of retention they provide.
right. Yeah, I mean, you really need the full Kydex if you want it. If retention's your number one goal, which outside of the waistband it usually is, you're not worried about concealment so much. But yeah, you want retention, and some people need a level 2 or even 3 retention. But yeah, I agree that the other holsters they're really huge. We won't bring one to market like that. We really focus on a small footprint. Everything we design is always small footprint, so it won't be as big as those that you're talking about, and it will be full Kydex. So you won't really have to worry about retention. However, I don't believe we'll be starting with a level 2. So it will be held in tight with a retention screw only at first, which grabs the front of the trigger guard with a solid click, you know. And I mean, you can crank those things down so tight that you could walk around on your hands all day and jump around and it's not going to fall out. So, but a lot of police officers, you know, they're used to having level 2, so we'll eventually 2. But I mean, I completely get your points on those, though.
That's all I had.
Okay. Foos, did you have something? I saw you put something in the side chat. I didn't see what it was. Did you need something for Chris? And Foos is dry fired, so he is not. He is drowning out like everybody else in my
I wanted
life.
to say something about your first gun. That was a cool. You got a cool one. My first gun that I bought up the fence, I actually bought a Jimenez, and that taught me a lesson.
Yeah.
About what not to.
Well, you didn't buy another one, did you?
No. You know, and my second one, I said, well, I'm going to go upscale a little bit. I bought it's a Kel-Tec P11. And, learned my lesson on that too, you know. And funny thing is, I have another P11 now, and I use it for my yard gun when I want to go out and not worry about getting dirt in my gun, you know. So,
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, you had a cool one though.
Yeah, I carry 3. Basically, my everyday carry is my M&P Shield 9. That's what I carry about 99% of the time. During the wintertime, I'll carry a Glock 19. It's a little. I'm a 5'8" guy, so I'm not the biggest of guys. So the Glock 19 is a little bulky for me in my job.
Yeah.
But during the wintertime, I can throw a fleece on and be good to go. Then I'll also carry in a pocket little bodyguard 380. But the reason why I found your website, I was looking at your stuff for the M&P Shield 9. So yeah, it's good stuff. And we were going to talk a little bit about some printing stuff, but we're going to go into some other topics real quick. At the half-hour mark, it's a little past that. I try to go over a military moment, and tonight, guys, allow me, if you will. I'm not going to be talking about something that's in the news for my military moment. Being a Marine veteran, I take a lot of this stuff extremely seriously. For most of you guys know me, I'm very passionate about that. But I was disgusted at something that I saw a couple days ago, and I was actually embarrassed. And I actually confronted a man a couple days ago at a store. I'm not going to say what store. I'm not going to say anything about that. What I will say is this guy was in civilian clothes, was obviously a not active duty, or if he was, then the physical fitness standards have increased dramatically since when I was in. But this guy, as he was checking out, he was about 2 people in front of me in the line, and he was asking the clerk about offering military discounts. And the clerk said that they did give military discounts for active duty people in uniform, which that's awesome. Thank you very much for doing that. I was making $12,000 a year when I was in the Marine Corps a long, long time ago, but any discount does help when you're active duty. That being said, this guy decides that he is going to start berating this young girl on to why they don't offer it to veterans. And he went on for about 4 or 5 minutes, almost to the point where this girl was crying. The manager had to come out and basically relieve her from the position that she was in because she was upset. So I'm going to say this. I started out very kindly, and it turned nasty quickly. But I basically told him this, and I will say this to all veterans out there. I'm a veteran too, so don't take this the wrong way. And if I piss you off, then just don't watch my freaking show. I don't care. We do not serve for freaking discounts. I serve to support and protect the Constitution and our way of life. If you're serving to get discounts on coffee or books, then stop it. You're serving for the wrong reason, and you should be ashamed of yourself and embarrassed for asking for discounts. If they want to offer you a discount, then by all means, thank you very much to that business and accept it. If they don't offer it to you, don't ask. It's embarrassing to every veteran that's ever out there. That's not why we served. We serve to protect the freedoms of our country, not to get freaking discounts at stores. So there's my rant for the night. Thank you guys for letting me go on. If you don't like what I'm saying, guys, turn me off and never watch me again. I really don't care. I've got enough friends. I don't need any more. Other than that,
have you ever seen that Futurama where they wanted the discount on gum? So they joined the military, and they were like, so we can quit anytime, right? And they said, yeah, sure, as long as war's not declared. So they sign up, and then they hear a big siren go off, go, what was that? War were declared.
Yeah. You know,
Well,
and like I said, if someone wants to offer you a discount, then God bless them. That's their business. But just asking for a discount, that really pissed me off. And then taking it to the level that he made this girl almost cry. This is probably a college girl who's trying to work her way through school, and she's getting just attacked for not offering some random dude a military discount. You know what? I was pissed off about that. I'm sorry.
I would definitely agree with you there. It's the employer's prerogative to charge what they want and give discounts to whoever they want to, and it's, you know, there's a price on there. If you're not willing to pay that price, don't buy it, I guess. And if there's a discount, that's great. You're going to save a little bit of money.
If you're a veteran out there and you're looking for discounts, then it's real simple. You can go and find a lot of stores that offer veteran discounts or military discounts. Go shop those places. If it's openly free and they advertise that they give discounts, go shop there. But if they don't offer it to you, don't make an ass of yourself, because you make all of us look bad. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. If you don't like what I'm saying, get the hell off my channel and stay away. So that being said, sorry about my rant. Back to the show.
Go on with it, brother.
What's that?
Ran away.
Yeah, well, that just
we agree with you.
The other day. It really pissed me off the other day. So, anyways, we're gonna go back to CCW real quick and talk about one more on this side of it, and it should be a quick one. I don't have it. I know a lot of people do, but I want to discuss CCW Insurance. And I've had some emails about asking, is it worth it? And by the way, guys, if you have any show ideas or topics that you want to hear or see, you can either put them in the comment box or email me at ghosttactical@yahoo.com. I believe it's on the screen there. But go ahead and ask any question, and we'll try to get to it. But I had some questions about CCW Insurance. Is anybody here on the panel? And Chris, I mean, you're more than welcome. You just need to jump in, bro. But does anybody here on the panel have CCW Insurance?
Yes, I do. I use Second Call Defense.
Okay.
And I look at it as it's a cheap $19 a month, or, you know, I went with a middle plan. A cheap $19 a month for in case I need to use my firearm. I carry a firearm for that minute chance that I have to pull it out and use it. Why not have insurance for after the fact?
So my question to you, Foos, is with you and your plan in this company, do they come in right away and start helping monetarily?
Yes.
Or
it's called Second Call Defense. So you call 911, and then you get off the phone with them and you call this. They have lawyers 24/7, and multiple areas, if they don't have a lawyer in your area, they will actually contact a lawyer that specializes in self-defense cases, and they are day one, $1.
Okay, and the reason I ask that is because all of carry insurance is not created equal. There's
No, it's not. That's
there's
one of the things
some
I was going to ask you.
So they are insured, and then they pay up front, and then they actually get they're reimbursed by the NRA once everything's finished. Because I know the NRA, once everything's good and settled, that's when they disperse. But that could be hundreds of thousands of dollars, 2 or 3 years down the road. This one's up front.
All right, so obviously it covers self-defense shootings. Does it also cover like negligent discharges, or is your spouse or family members, are they covered as well? Or how does that work?
No, it's just for the insurer, because that's the person that is carrying the firearm. I'm a single guy. If I would accidentally have an ND go out my house, I'm not sure if they would cover anything with that, because I did break the law.
Right. Well, and it was just one of those things where, I didn't know. I know that U.S. Concealed Carry Association,
UCCA.
UCCA, but there is a certain plan, I think, that they have different levels, obviously, but there is one of them that will cover an ND. So I didn't know if this was something that's usual, or is it not?
I did not look into that. I've had it for a couple of years. Of course, I haven't needed to use it. Hopefully, I never have to use it. But that's just with auto insurance, house insurance, all that stuff. I hope I never have to use it. But it's something good in my mind. It's I said it's $20 a month. I won't go to McDonald's 3 times and I got it paid for.
Right. Alan B. Pro did put a comment that I was going to mention this also. And if you are looking for CCW insurance, there are many companies that offer this. But please, before you purchase it, do your due diligence, research that company, make sure it's not a scam, make sure it's something that will benefit you. Because if you ever are in a situation where you need a criminal defense lawyer for a shooting, and you have this insurance, make sure that they are covered in your state. They are a reputable source. They don't just have, paralegals. They actually have lawyers that they have access to. So there are a lot of scams out there. But go ahead, and if you are going to look into it, make sure you find the right company for you.
Yeah, the one I'm with, they've even gone as far as, if let's say there's an intruder in my house and I have to defend myself inside my house, not only will they take care of court costs and bail and lawyer fees and everything, but they'll also pay for a cleanup crew inside my house.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that they've gone and actually put that in and not charge anything more.
Yeah,
so,
and that's
awesome.
I'm not sure what level this kicks in on. I really like Second Call Defense from everything I've heard about it. But I think they have at least one level where they'll even provide money for like therapy and stuff afterwards. Because in the rare chance you got to use it, that might mess you up. You just took someone's life, and you had to do it. It was either you or him or whatever.
Right.
But it still might mess you up a little bit. And being able to talk to someone who knows what's going on, that's helpful. And I don't know if it's on all their plans, but I think there's at least some of them that have some type of stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure every company's probably got stuff that you can add to and all of that, and get whatever kind of plan that you're looking for,
Yeah, so my plan at $19.95 a month has psychological support 20 sessions. The $39.95 a month has 40 sessions.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad at all for $19.95, dude.
So what my plan is, it's civil defense suit, unlimited protection. Civil damages protection is $50,000. Accidental shooting protection is $50,000. Criminal defense protection is $50,000. Financial support is immediate cash bond of $5,000, immediate attorney retainer of $5,000, aftermath cleanup, which I was talking about, is $1,000. Compensation while in court is $250 a day.
Oh wow.
Rapid response team is 24/7 emergency legal hotline. Personal crisis manager, national attorney network access, local attorney referral within 24 hours, emergency contact notification, expert witness coordination, gun retrieval or replacement, psychological support, on-site assistant, and there's some training education, online training, self-defense, news, and member newsletter. So that's what I get for $19.95 a month. And if I have a spouse, it would add $5 a month for her.
Wow. And God knows we hope that you never have to use it. But like I said, I don't have it. But it is something that I have been thinking about. And I got a couple emails, and it was ironic that they came in within like half an hour of each other this past week about that as a topic. And I have been looking into it, but once again, I guess that's the skeptical pessimist in me. Is this real? Is it not? And like Hemi said out there on YouTube, he says people have been concealed carrying for decades without carry insurance. Now all of a sudden it's a huge deal. Why? Because people found a way to make millions off of it. Just my opinion. And there's a lot of companies that are like that. So that's why I wanted to ask this real quick, guys, to find out what are some good legitimate insurance companies out there, because that is something that people do want to know. So I appreciate you very much for talking about that, man.
I'd like to add something to that real
Yeah,
quick, though.
go for it.
Yes, I mean, he's completely accurate. That's, people have been carrying for a long time, and, maybe insurance is kind of a newer thing. I mean, there has been stuff that's been around for a while.
There's a lot of people say that State
but
Farm
I'm going to suggest
also,
that we're in a different political environment where there's a lot more prosecutors that will throw you under the bus, even if you did everything absolutely correct. So I think we're in a little bit of a different climate where back in the day, they might say, this is clear self-defense. Okay, have a good night. Sorry, that sucked. And nowadays, they're going to try and throw the book at you, even though you did everything accurate.
That's right.
People are sue happy.
Yeah. And like I said, for $20 a month, I mean, if it's a little bit more peace of mind and a little more help to your defense, if it's a good shoot, then you should be okay. But sometimes they can't afford. Sometimes they're stuck with a public defender that doesn't really know what they're talking about. So this type of stuff, if put in that situation, could really keep you out of a long, agonizing life.
Yeah, or many of us travel. Let's say I have I go out and get a lawyer retainer here in my hometown. If I go to visit my parents or my brother or go wherever and something happens, I don't know anybody there. I don't know who is reputable, who is not. They do. That's the thing, is whenever you travel.
Yeah.
And one of the things you got to be looking into with these companies is, if they pay out after the incident, because there are some out there where everything's out of your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. until the court's done and there's an acquittal and all that, and then they reimburse you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
so, I mean, who's going to be able to come out pocket $20,000 in order to get something settled?
Absolutely. Yeah.
If not more, quite a bit more.
Yeah. So the insurance thing has been a topic, and I think that a lot more people are looking into it now than were even 2 or 3 years ago. So look into it if you're into if you're that. I put a link. I put a link in there. I'm gonna put another one in here, but in the YouTube and the Gun Channel side, it was the Armed Citizens Network Buyer's Guide. The second one is going to be secondcalldefense.org, and this is Foose. Is this the company you said you're using?
Yes.
Okay, so this is going to be the company that Foose is using for $20 a month. It sounds like it's a pretty good deal for all the stuff you've got. So I'm going to put this on Gun Channels and on YouTube. So check those out.
And so one time I had my credit card hacked, and I had to change credit cards, and I realized that I was actually lacking, it was like the 5th or 6th day of the month, and I realized that this didn't come off my account. So I called them, like, well, told them what happened, and they actually said, well, since you already had an automatic draft, we'll go ahead and do this. And they, went ahead and took the full $19 out and actually put it into their system, like I was at the starting at the very beginning of the month. So it wasn't like, oh, sorry if something happened in the past few days, you're screwed. But so and I call them, and they actually human answers the phone.
Even better. Hey, I want to get a quick update. Alan B. Pro hit 100. So congratulations, Alan. That's a pretty big milestone for someone who's just starting out. So hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. Let's keep it going.
Chris, also while we were chatting here, I ordered a PO1 holster from you.
Oh, great.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next segment. We're gonna run a little bit over tonight. I hope that Night Strike doesn't care, which really I don't care if he cares.
The one that strikes at night.
The one that strikes at night. His show's gonna be starting here in about 7 minutes. But
are you speaking of hit or miss Tuesday at 9 o'clock?
Yes.
That's why I'm gonna get to this real quick, because I know you're gonna have something to say about this, Megan. I know you're gonna have to leave here pretty soon. But anyways, the next topic is what I call, we're going to take a second for the second, and this is kind of talk about a Second Amendment thing that's out there, and this is another one that was emailed to me, and I think I can pretty much tell you where the panel is going to lie on this. But a question was asked: do you think that a CCW licensing fee and permit fee is taxing our liberties?
Yes.
I'm going to run through the panel real quick. Hadi, I think, like I said, I'm pretty sure I know where this stands, but Hadi, what do you think? And do you have any statements about the licensing fees for CCW?
I don't have any real major thought out statements other than just a flat, basic, yes, it is.
Hatfield.
Well, we discussed this earlier, so I'm going to say, yeah, it's a tax.
Yeah. Smeg, I know you got something to say.
Well, as the great political philosopher of our day once said, a right delayed is a right denied. And I think that also counts as, a right taxed is a right denied. So, as soon as we start paying poll taxes, then I guess I'm okay with paying CCW taxes. But until then, it's an infringement, and we all know shall not be infringed.
Shall not be infringed. Bruce, what's up?
Absolutely. It is absolutely infringement.
Yeah. Know what you got.
A license is a freedom that is inherent to you that was taken away from you, and it's your receipt from being granted the right to buy it back.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty well said. Clover.
Yeah, that's pretty much no doubt it is. Yes.
Yeah, I don't. And Chris, you can. I don't want to throw you into the middle of this, but you're more than welcome to, to chime in anytime you want.
Hey, citizens have rights. The government doesn't. So anytime we pretend the government has a right to do anything, we're giving it something it's not going to give back. So anytime you give the government something, any kind of right, quote unquote, you're not getting it back. And anytime they take a right away from us, we don't get it back. So I don't like it at all.
Chris, you'd fit in really well on GunChannels. You should check us out a little bit. You'd fit in really well over here.
Come on, Chris. We need all we can get over there.
Let's see. We have any comments over there? Alan B. Pro said it's free to buy a permit. Well said. Let's see here. I'm sure I don't even want to know what's going on in the GunChannels chat over there. Let's see here. Enrique. I want to pre-read this because about insurance. Okay. Let's see another one. I don't have a problem with affordable fees. The amount of perimeters is low in the department. It has to do with It is a tax and does have a slippery slope. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is one of those things where the problem I have with it is this is where, if we think about it, it's something like this is where we started with the Revolutionary War and the Boston Tea Party. They started taxing on things that should not have been taxed on, that were completely outrageous to be taxed on. Having tax, I'm in Arkansas, so yes, I have a shall issue. I'm a shall issue state, and I have to pay my permit every 5 years. And every 5 years, it just breaks my damn heart. But I guess I could move, but I don't want to. I kind of like it here. I've only lived here for 15 years, but I don't plan on going anywhere.
And
So
I'm really
it's-
glad you said something about this, because mine expires next month.
Oh, you better start getting the paperwork done, man.
Well, I already took the training course. I just need to do it online and then do all that.
Kind of
crap,
crazy
so.
to hear that said out loud, though. Your right expires. You know, how does
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, your right expires to carry. You know what the hell? You know?
October 24th, I can no longer carry a firearm.
All right, I will mug
I
you on
wonder if
October
that's going to
25th
change
then.
anything if you forgot to do online.
But no, there was some state, and I do forget which one it is. There's always so much stuff going on, but they recently increased their fees so much, and it's one of those states where you have to have. It wasn't Illinois, but it's like a FOID card. You have to have a permit to have the gun, and then you get one.
Wasn't it Connecticut? Connecticut?
It's possible. I didn't want to say because I don't remember exactly. But either way, I remember adding it up.
Cycle Camp was talking about something like that, so it might have been Connecticut.
Okay, it probably was. I don't know. I was probably talking on Every Second Matters. Anyways, like I added it all up, and if you were to like buy a gun and then own it for 20 years at the current rates, you're spending like $5,000 on permits and license and all sorts of stuff. It was an insane number.
Yeah.
And you expect some single mom in the city to be able to afford that? Those are the ones that need the protection the most. I mean, you're sitting on a panel.
Not even just a single mom, just anybody. That's $5,000.
Well, anybody, sure, but it's I get this from G-Webs because I have the problem whenever I hear about a self-defense or whatever, I frame it from my point of view, a fairly able-bodied man. Now, I'm not super strong or whatever. Anyways, you got to remember there's plenty of different types of people out there that are going to need a firearm way more often. And that's, you expect them to pay that much money is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. And, like I said, I almost cringe when I have to, when I know it's coming up, and I had to do it last year, renew it last year, and I almost cringed, and it's like, here we go again. Mm-hmm. So, well, guys, it's 8 o'clock, and Hit or Miss is getting ready to start. I don't want to go too far into that because we don't want to step on Night Strike's pretty blue dress, because we all know how he gets if he gets in a bad mood.
Oh, no one cares about Night Strike.
Yeah, no one really cares.
Just wait till I don't.
We're going to keep going.
Hey, leave my cousin alone now, folks. Come on.
Yeah, once a Hatfield, always a Hatfield. But anyways, guys,
your indication should be that Night Strike's loyal sidekick is actually sitting here with us.
That's why I wanted to get Smeggy's thing, because I figured he's leaving and he's not. So what the hell?
Well, because that's the part that makes the most mad is when I cheat on Hit or Miss with a different show. Yeah, it just kind of makes me happy.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Alan B. Pro, before we move on, Alan B. Pro brought up a phenomenal point right here. He said, with the state requiring a background check, should the state pay for that check or the permit requester? And I think what he's saying is should our fee be lessened if part of that fee we're paying is to do the FBI background check? Why should we have to go get a background check paid for by us if you're the one who's requiring that background check? I don't care if you go back check it out, but if you're going to require it, I think we should pass that on to the state.
Well,
absolutely. So that's a great point.
There's the other part of the problem that's tied to this. If somebody said to you, okay, give me $20 and I'll give you a license to own, purchase, carry, whatever. Okay, so there's a right being taxed. But look at the condition that we're in with carry laws in the 50 states and the federal government, and everybody piles their thing on. The license and the taxes become a vehicle for everybody to determine what they consider to be the appropriate person who gets to or gets not to own, possess, license, buy, or carry, again, depending upon what state you're in. So that's the can of worms that reciprocity opens up. So it's not like literally that it's just the tax. It's that even if it's a small fee or whatever, it's the entry to the process that lets them nibble away at everything. So in state A, I'm cool. In state B, I'm a felon.
Right. And I think even G-Web has brought it up on Daily Gun Show today that it might have been Jimmy and Early Watch. I'm not sure. My whole day kind of goes in between me. I'm not the brightest tool in the shed, but the reciprocity bill is being held up by, did I hear, by Paul Ryan someone was talking about, and that's kind of shocking in itself.
Well, I heard that.
Yeah, and that's frustrating. We finally actually have an opportunity with the president and Congress and the Senate to get some stuff done, especially for the Second Amendment, and we're holding our own agendas back, and that's really frustrating.
Well,
it's a platform, guys. It's part of the Republican Party platform. You've got the chance to do it. What are we working on here?
Well, that shows you that no one in power wants you to have firearms.
We're the government's competition at that point.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yep. Hello.
Well, here's the thing. You know, if you're going to have to pay this tax to carry your gun, to carry it concealed, what have you, okay, and then they say, well, you also have to pay $20 for a background check, and then you have to pay another $20 to do this, for the fingerprinting. You have to pay another $20. People can't afford to do that, and I think that's what they're thinking. Okay, let's make this such an outrageous process that these people just won't do it because they can't afford to do it.
They did the same thing with cigarettes, huh?
Yeah, right.
Same concept.
Okay, Cycle Camp's out there throwing out big words again. You know, I'm a Marine, dude. I can't read that shit. No, Cycle Camp's going on. He and Robbie are having a good discussion over there on Gun Channels. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to thank everybody once again for watching Tactical Tuesday. I'm going to go through the room real quick and let everyone plug what they got to plug, and especially you, Chris, do what you got to do. I want to put some links out there for Klinger. I think I've got your YouTube page, your Facebook page, and your website. Are all those three things good to post? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna go through the room real quick, let you guys plug what you got to plug, and a lot of these guys have shows, and we'll. If you guys haven't checked out GunChannels.com, please do. It's a free website. It's full of pro-gun, pro-Second Amendment people out there. Most of the live shows that you watch throughout the week, Never Enough Ammo and Yankee and Night Strike and Smeggy and G-Webs and Clovertac and all these guys that have shows every week, we're all on Gun Channels, and you can typically find a lot of us in the daily chat. There's a 24-hour chat that goes on literally all day, every day, that you can get in there, you can read, you can watch, you can jump in on the chat itself, ask these guys questions. There's an enormous amount of knowledge that you can, and education that you can learn about guns and the Second Amendment. So if you haven't checked it out, I'm going to put a link in there for Gun Channels on the YouTube side, because obviously if you're on the Gun Channel side, you already know about it. So guys, go check out GunChannels.com, and let's start going through the room. Alan B. Pro, thank you for showing up, my man. I'm glad everything's going well for you. Let us know if we can ever do anything for you, bro. Keep up the good work. I love your stuff, man. Too Hottie, what you got?
Not much, man. You got Gun Channels taken care of. Other than that, I'm not putting out much content. I'm doing a little reposting on Instagram, 2hottie206. I plan on putting out some original content very soon here, but that's about it for me.
There you go. Outlaw Hatfield, I know you've got some stuff coming up here.
Yeah, sorry, I was snooping on the internet for a minute. Yeah, I've got some content coming out. Should be starting up my interview chats in the next couple of weeks. I have been putting out got a couple small videos out. I'm going to be putting more of those out. And Chris, I was on your website earlier looking around, and I noticed that you've got some firearms there. Like I own a SAR BM or a B6P. Love that pistol. And your website not only lists these guns that you make holsters for, but you also give a little review of these guns. I love that.
Well,
I think that's great, and I think it's wonderful that you're putting out products for handguns that nobody else is putting out there.
Yeah, we support almost 500 models.
Yeah, it is absolutely incredibly hard to find a holster for that pistol that SAR arms, and you've got it right there.
Yeah, we've got both
brother. Kudos.
4.5 inch and a 3.8 inch. We've got both of them.
Yep, I appreciate that. I will be looking into one. Guys, check out GunChannels.com. Check out VidMe. Like Ghost said, there's a wealth of knowledge on there, and it's not just all about guns. We talk about and discuss anything you could imagine at one point in time or another.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about gun channels is, yes, we all have a love of guns, but we also do other things. So
we are human beings.
Yeah, the lobby that could range any topic whatsoever.
Pizza, beer, hurricanes, space travel today. I think space and time was going on today.
Anything.
Video games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like the interviews I'm putting out here in the future. It won't just all be firearms or Second Amendment. There's a guys I watch on YouTube that deal with fishing and some survival techniques. Just things that I'm interested in, and I'm going to try.
As Travis says, and food.
And food, yes.
And food.
What's up, Melvin?
Love you, Travis.
Smeggy, what you got, brother?
All right. Well, I think everyone knows Hit or Miss Tuesday at 9 o'clock. But also, I really want to pimp out G-Web's gun show loophole tour.
I was actually going to bring
you
that
guys
out.
have been following along with him. He has a Patreon, so look up Patreon.
I'm actually putting the link out there right now. It's right there.
Yeah. Check out that link. If you've been following along at all, the basic idea of it is he's driving around looking at gun shops, going to gun shows, looking at private collections, like just all sorts of cool stuff. And recently took a bit of a hit. His transmission in his van blew up. So he's really hurting for some gas money and some stuff. So toss a buck in a month or whatever. You want to see the cool content. I really, really encourage that. But if you can toss in more, toss in more.
Yeah, and like I said, what Smeggy said, what he's doing is he's driving his van and his dog, and he's going all around, and he's not going to these big box stores. He's going small town to small town. He is going to some big cities, like he was in San Antonio. He's in Chicago right now. But he's going to go to these stores. But he's going to go to these stores, and he's going to walk in, and he's going to ask the manager if he could talk to him and take some pictures. And he's out there trying to promote homegrown, regular everyday gun shops that people just kind of they just get lost. And so if you've got a chance, he does a really, really good thing. But if you got a chance to support him, obviously the $3,000 or whatever it's going to cost for a new transmission hurts the bank a little bit. So if you're willing to give him some gas money and help him out, he's doing a great deal to try to promote the Second Amendment and small town gun shops and gun stores all over the country. He goes to gun shows and all that. So if you got a chance, check him out. The Patreon link is over there on both sides. So all that. Foos, what you got, brother?
Basically the same. And G-Webs is an awesome guy. He's one of the founders of Gun Channels, and without him, a lot of this content wouldn't be there. He's an awesome guy. And he really does do it for the love of firearms. He's not out there to make a buck at all. He's just everything. Basically, his entire life is, the entire passion is 2A.
Absolutely, and he is a mentor to pretty much everyone in this room. He takes his time out to a young channel like myself and gave me a shot. And so I can't thank him enough. But if you guys had a chance to check him out, like I said, he is one of the founders of GunChannels. He's got a really big channel on YouTube, 160,000 subscribers. So most everybody knows about G-Webs, but people also don't know behind the YouTube side of G-Webs. And he's a phenomenal human being, and he needs some help right now. So if you guys are willing to, $1 a month would, people don't think $1 a month doesn't do anything, but if you get 100 people or 1,000 people that sit there and say, I'll give you $1 a month, now you're talking about funding a trip that goes all around the country talking pro-gun, pro-Second Amendment, and he's going to be able to advertise for all of these things and all these gun shops all over the country that need all advertising they can, and he's not going to make a dime off of it. He's literally putting everything back into this. So check it out and help G-Webs out as much as you can. Know what you got. You spent some time with him the other day, and his van was running fine at the time.
Yeah, well, is that the way it is? I had hands on it and checked everything, and it was cool. And we did like three different test rides. It was like 3 different test drives. And so yeah, it's just the way it works at times.
It's mechanical, it'll break.
Yeah,
that's right. And it's an old mail van, so it's not like it was brand new to begin with. It's got 150,000 miles on it, but it's in good shape. But it's just he runs it a lot, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
go ahead.
If I ever become independently wealthy, he's getting a brand new freaking van.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I'm sure there's multiple people on GunChannels that would say that.
Oh, I'd be right there with you. I think everyone that is a content creator owes a great deal to G-Web. So, yes, I think we all would. Clover, I've got about 20 minutes. I know you got a bunch of stuff to plug, so go for it, brother.
No, I'm used to doing it quick. Not a problem. I can't do it not strike quick, but I can do it pretty quick. Yeah, man, I agree. Get over there, help G out. I mean, even if it's $1, it definitely goes a long way. He's lost a little bit of support, he was saying, which sucks, and we need to try to make that up for him, definitely. And not just on the Patreon. I mean, if you're one of these guys that, you want something for your support, get on gun websites, buy a patch or a shirt or something, and then, you've got something on top of it. As far as me, Wednesday nights, 8 Eastern is the Next Generation. Thursday nights at 11 Eastern is After Hours, and Friday nights at 10 Eastern is Firearm Fridays.
Check all these out, guys. If you have kids that you're thinking about getting into the shooting sports and archery, check out the Wednesday show, The Next Generation, because he really does try to focus on the next generation of sport shooting and archery and fishing and hunting and all of that stuff. That if you're thinking about getting your youngster involved with guns or archery or whatever, check out The Next Generation. It's a phenomenal show. So now, Chris, I'm going to go ahead and while you're talking, I'm going to post all your links in the YouTube and in the Gun Channel side. But thank you so much for joining us. I've really enjoyed the conversation, and I love your stuff. I'm getting ready to order a couple of holsters from you. So but go ahead and talk about your stuff. Anything else coming up, and plug your stuff, man.
Okay. Well, Trey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And,
best of luck with the Arkansas, man.
Yeah. Hey, send me an email, Trey, about what you need, and I'll take care of you, okay?
I'm not worried about that. I want to support the business, man.
Well, we've got a little bit of a lead time, and I can bump you to the top. So just send me an email, and I'll take care of you. But can you guys see my cam very well?
Yeah.
My webcam?
Yeah, you're crystal.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. So this is the Gen 5 Glock 19. As you know, left-handed people have ruined the Glock holsters that you've had before if you want a new Gen 5. That's going to make a Kydex holster not fit very well. It's ambidextrous slide release. That's the first for Glock. So if you're getting a Gen 5 Glock, it's not going to fit your old holsters like a Gen 4 would fit a Gen 3 or even a Gen 2 holster. And it may fit, but not exactly well. Definitely if it's leather or something, that gives it. Kydex doesn't give very well. So at the same time, they've ramped I don't know if I can get the light just right. They've ramped the front of the slide there, like the Glock 26 and 34. The Gen 4 was actually squared off. So a Gen 4, or if you make it completely like a Gen 5, it won't fit the Gen 4s in before. So our engineers already tooled one up that's going to fit this one perfectly and be backwards compatible for the older gens. So if you get a new Glock 19 or 17, just not compatible, and we already have those available. Well, we have the Glock 19 and Gen 5 already available. We'll have the Glock 17 probably in a few more weeks. So I did want to point that out. It's a big deal right now. But
one question for you, Chris. What's the Ghost Tactical, the current promo code you're running? Is that correct?
I was gonna talk to you, see if you wanted to do something. I haven't talked to him yet.
That out there.
And
yeah,
see
hey,
if
I can have
he's talking about a promo code already. I love it.
I can have our web guy throw a promo code up tomorrow. I might be able to get him an email tonight, maybe tonight, but probably tomorrow. We'll call it Ghost, and we'll have a discount code if you type it.
How about that? So, guys, if you want to, you heard it right from the horse's
CEO.
mouth. So, Hottie kind of cornered you. I like that. You're a little aggressive.
No problem.
So I guess in the next day or so, if you guys are interested in getting a Klinger holster, go to klingerholsters.com. And when you go by, hopefully the next day or so, if it works out, which greatly appreciated, type promo code in for Ghost, and we'll see how that goes. But thank you for that, Chris. Like I said, I really appreciate you having you on. I know that the gun business is how do I put this, competitive enough as it is, but I really appreciate you being in Arkansas, and there aren't too many people think Arkansas and guns. They think Wilson Combat, and that's pretty much all they know. So I really appreciate you being in Arkansas and getting involved in the gun community. If there's anything that we can do for you here, please let us know, as I like your stuff, and we will try to promote it as much as we can. Guys, as far as my stuff, you've got my website there in front, ghosttactical.us, and on that website it has all the links to my ventures. You got VidMe and YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Patreon. And Patreon, my website is right there on the bottom of my name, patreon.com/ghosttactical. Guys, I'm never going to ask anyone for money, but if you choose to support us, obviously that would be greatly appreciated. $1 a month goes a long way. We will be taking the show to Tulsa in November, going to the Tulsa Gun Show. I've already got some interviews and some stuff set up to be doing some videos up there. I'm going to go shoot a big Lone Star Challenge IDPA match down in Texas in October. I will be taking my stuff down there and doing some interviews with some vendors down there on the road. So all this stuff I love doing, and if at all possible, I would ask for your support through Patreon. So thank you very much. VidMe, go check me out on VidMe under Ghost Tactical as well. Most of the stuff I put on YouTube, I also put on VidMe, and it's kind of a YouTube alternative. YouTube has, in the last few months, shall we say, gotten a little stricter on the Second Amendment and gun community. And VidMe has seemed to welcome most of us that are on gun channels when they're about 2 or 3 weeks ago. They have open arms. They have welcomed us. Now it might change. We don't know. But as of right now, they love us over there. So go check us out on VidMe as well. Once again, guys, let's make sure we get the Drill of the Week videos coming in. Go to my channel on VidMe or on YouTube and look for the Ghost Tactical Drill of the Week and follow the instructions. And I'm looking forward to see some fun, crazy videos coming in with all your stuff. But make sure you go out and practice. Regardless if you send me a video and you want to go in for the free stuff or not, it makes no difference. Get out there and shoot and enjoy it. And if you've got a chance to bring someone with you that's never shot, bring them with you and introduce them to the gun community and let them know that we're not crazy people that are going around shooting people. We are sensible Americans, responsible Americans that live our lives just like everybody else. We just choose to carry a gun because we can. And so support the Second Amendment anytime you can. Go find a rally, go find a website that supports the Second Amendment, and support them in any way you can, either through money or through hard work and spreading the word. So anybody else got anything to say before we sign off?
Yeah, well, we're just like Ghost said, you know, we're just normal people. Some people like their phones, some people love their trucks. We just happen to love our guns.
Absolutely. Well, guys, if nobody else has anything, thank you very much for joining us tonight, and we shall see you next Tuesday at 7 Central on YouTube and GunChannels.com. So until next week, guys, Semper Fi.